Welcome to DynamoBIM with Python, how to change family types. So the first thing I want to do is get a Dynamo Python node, and I'll go ahead and just wipe everything out from it. I want to select a couple of elements in my model to change. So here I'll grab and I'll go ahead and select these two framing members there. And I will change the framing type here using the structural framing type, and I'll go ahead and make those concrete beams instead of steel beams. So I want to start by importing the CLR, and then I want to add the references here. And here I'll just import or add the Revit API, and I'll go ahead from the Autodesk Revit database. I'll go ahead and import everything. So next reference I need is the Revit services. So I'll go ahead and import the Revit services, and this will allow me to change things in Revit. So I'll go ahead and do the Revit persistent, and I'll go ahead and import the document manager, and then I'll go ahead and get the Revit service transaction and import the transaction manager. From the document, I want to get the document manager, the instance, and then the current document. So this will go ahead and give me the document that I'm working with. I want to get the family instances that I've selected using Dynamo. So I'll just go ahead and unwrap those here. That way I can work with them. And that'll be the first in 0 in Dynamo. And then the second in is the family type, which I want to change it to. And I'll go ahead and unwrap that as well. And that is the in 1 in Dynamo. And I'll go ahead and create a counter here, and I'll start my counter at 0. And then I'm going to start my transaction with Revit here. So here I'll do a transaction manager instance, ensure in transaction. And here I'll go ahead and send in the current document which I'm working with. And I want to iterate over each one of these items in the family instance. So for each one of these, I want to get the item and the symbol. And then I want to reassign the symbol to the new family type. And this is what's changing the family type here, is by changing the instant symbol of each one of the families that I've selected. And I'll go ahead and count, and for every one of those that I count, I'll add 1 to it. And then I'll go ahead and finish up my transaction here. And I'll do transaction manager instance, and then transaction task done. And here this should be a for loop, and it should just kind of iterate over this. And then I'm not going to send anything out, but you can. But here I'll just go ahead and copy and paste this in to my code here, and then accept it, and then I'll just go ahead and run it, and it should change the two framing elements from steel to concrete. Anyways, for more Dynamo and Revit API videos, please subscribe, and thanks again. Bye.